Well, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. And well, okay, so this I've kind of been recording. I'm recording this like immediately after the last episode because I have time for today. And last time we were able to talk to the prologue of our protagonist called Hisao, who kind of has a medical heart condition, which I don't remember because let's be honest, it's kind of hard to pronounce. And now we're going to be going into our new school called Yamanaka Academy, I believe. But it's been like, I can't believe like I'm questioning myself over this. It's been like a minute or two since I last recorded, so I should know this by now. But anyway, we'll start from where we left off. Okay. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Am I missing something? Let me see the text history. Yeah, no, I'm not missing anything. That's like weird. It feels like it felt like I was kind of skipped through a text. I was skipping through text, but no. Huh. Okay, let me repeat this. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one is especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plastered, assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school would look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving, moving forward feels good. Oops. So I walked towards the main building of Yamanaka Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. Someone waiting for me. I don't know why I put that as a question. The stock photo looks really nice. I wonder where they got this from. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of ground a school would have. More of a park, with a clean walk going past trees, and the smell of fresh cut grass and other park-like things. Man, I want to go to this school. Bro, my high school was like not even this good. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. Do you think that school is like terrible? Cause like I know my school, like if you go to the downstairs boys' hall bathroom, that thing was not it. That thing was like, I'm not gonna talk more about it. I shake him off. Stay open-minded. Now, it's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A big few, a few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything feels off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my mind, it doesn't feel like one. Maybe because it's in like a hospital dog. I wonder if the real feeling of I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was someone here I could kind of anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Dude, this is just this is just the front of the school, dog. You're way too big, dog. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. Really? Because to the hospital rooms I've been, I've never really seen that. They're kind of always like yellow or like blue, never green. So that's impressive. Huh. And also, I'm surprised they say that painted green makes the common color. Considering long ago I painted my room green, because I don't know why I decided to do it, and I think now looking back at it, I should have like put blue. I should have painted it blue, like light blue or something, because green looks really ugly. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I can go back anymore. I think the last chance to move back was like in that hospital room, dog. This was like you were too far gone. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Man, this looks really good. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. This is kind of where it ended. This is where it kind of like stopped playing, so I don't know anything that happens right after it, so it's gonna be a blind playthrough from now on. So this is a tall man. Okay, let me try to get a voice for him. Just wait a second. You must be Nikki. That's Nakai. So I think our real name is Hisao Nakai, or Nakai Hisao. I don't remember. So tall man. So you are you are excellent. I'm your homeroom teacher and science teacher. My name is Muto Yugi. I knew it. I knew this is Yugi when he grows up. He doesn't be a card duelist. He doesn't be a card duelist anymore. He's a teacher. Welcome. Despite that, welcome. We exchange a handshake that's neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. You should probably get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't feel like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable for a situation like this. Man, I thought, that's surprising. Like, I don't remember, but I would probably think like they would probably be like doing something else, like you're coming late or something. They wouldn't really care. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? I want to say why, but you know, what's the harm of saying? Of course, why not? I mean, it's better to know my classmates I'm going to be staying with, right? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give my first impression of myself. That's true. No one's gonna, if you want to kind of be noticed, you have to kind of act first. No one's gonna really care about you unless you kind of put yourself out there, so that's why I chose yeah. Right, but there's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about the conditions as I follow the teacher up the stairs. My bad. The third door down the third floor, or tongue twister, corridor is marked as a classroom for class 3-3. I hate whoever did this, because you could put like the first door or the second door or the fourth door, but you have to put the third door, which would mess like readers like, who have to say it out loud. It may not have messed readers, but it certainly messed me up, so I have a grudge against this. Muto opens the door and enters. Huh. Well, you don't call him sensei or teacher or something like that? Huh, that's weird. But painting. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying about so much about it. At least not this soon. Huh. So, I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I don't have to meet the curious gaze of my new classmates. Man, I feel you. Well, this is pretty, it's kind of a small classroom. Usually, like, this is like the biggest like health classroom. Like, there were like 6, like, when I was taking health in high school, there was like 7 or 8 students in that classroom. That classroom was meant to hold like 30 students, so, huh, interesting. So, maybe the school, I'm not going to talk more about it. I follow the teacher into, yeah, I already said this. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left over around it in between the desk. So maybe they're supposed to hold new students, or... Yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't interrupt any anymore. I'll try interrupting less from now on. An entire wall taken up by the blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The student's desks are just our standard wooden desks, with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students of any other school. But then, why would they be here? They're probably like me, and have something wrong with them. Only, it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice one of the girls seeming to be missing one of her thumb. Missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Ain't no way, dog. This dude be me. But I was wrong. There was a lot more students than I thought there would be. Nah, this dude is not locked in, dude. This dude is locked out. Okay. Despite the natural tendency to listen to when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. Dude, bro, all I know is that we're a terrible listener, and we're gonna fail it. We're gonna fail school. We're gonna have to drop out. I notice a flash of dark hair and see someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that's pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. Okay. There was one boy who with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Not a stretcher, but like not like. Okay, I kind of forgot what they're called, but it's like, you know, the thing you kind of like if you've seen like someone in your class like bruise their like ankle like playing sports or stuff like that, like they kind of have to walk with those. Like I don't think it's called a stretcher or something, but it's like they kind of have to walk like if one of their legs is like if they sprain one of their legs, they have to kind of walk with that around the school or stuff like that. I thought they would come with that, but whatever. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rim of her glasses, and goes back to whatever she's doing. Probably this one? I don't know. She's kind of cute. So this cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really kind of hard to miss. I don't know why. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. I mean, like I was gonna say like, is she the only one with like weird hair, with like kind of weird hair color? But then I realized like the one in front of her and one like next to her also have like weird hair color. So, but she has a bright hair color, so it's kind of hard to not notice her. Please welcome our newest classmate. He clasps his hand, and so does everyone else, except the girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but I hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. I collect the silence that tell me I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Misha Nakai. Okay, so that's his name. I don't know if it's kind of in Japanese. I know it's like in Japanese it's your last name and first name, which kind of as if you haven't already told, it's kind of the game is kind of built around being based on a Japanese school because the visual novel dating visual novel kind of genre came from Japan, or maybe not came. It came or was popularized by Japan. So I'm not sure if Hisao is his last name or if it's his first name. I'm gonna assume it's his first name because usually it'd be last name first name, but I'm gonna just assume it's in English. So his first name is Hisao and his last name is Nakai. And after that, yeah, you're so real. Like, once you're trying to introduce yourself, it's like, dog, I have nothing to talk about. I guess my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along with everyone, even though I'm a new student. That's not bad. And after that, bro, you don't have to go that much. I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, no one really cares, like, legit. If we're gonna do a self-introduction, that's like if doing kind of the bare minimum, you'll be fine. And I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied with what little I said. See, I told you, no one really cares. Though, a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Yeah, it could have been worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and what he's done. They clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first glow clapped on this round, with one hand against the other wrist, that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that will give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. What am I going to do? Like, be a loner? That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. I'm not really good at speaking, again, as I told you. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else will be the... Oh, wrong voice. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do better than that, right? How could I know? Yeah, how could I know, dude? The teacher passes out the day's assignment. And announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher... Is it slowly? Or... I don't get why it's slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. I think slowly. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh, it's a pink girl. Lie. No wonder she stood out. As he calls her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. I don't have a womanly voice. Okay, so... Yeah, I don't have my voice is kind of deep, so I'm gonna just go try to do a higher pitch as I can. Ha ha ha! What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. Yeah, I know that that voice did not sound that my girlish voice did not sound that well, but I'm just gonna probably use my regular voice. That's kind of... I'm not gonna do that next time. It's nice to meet you, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shichan. I thought it said I thought I was gonna say Shinchan. It's like yo Shinchan viewer. Also, her name is Misha. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she's been staring at me the whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short, yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. All these character designs look really nice. It's nice to meet you. Well, Shizune. This is actually Shizune. Also, I liked how they color-coded the kind of names on the text boxes because it's a lot easier to understand who's talking. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. Is she she's the interpreter, or like she's also whatever? I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?" I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? Okay, oops, my bad. Wrong voice. I'll try again. I can see you're a little confused, right? Shoot, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna go with this voice, with all of it. I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you'd think I was Shit-chan. Shit-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forced to her. I'm like an interpreter. She said it's nice to meet you, too. Well, because she's an interpreter. I don't know. You're a new student, right? Aren't you? Well, Shit-chan, of course he is. Well, Shit-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right! I don't have an energetic voice. Yeah, I'm like... If you want to know like what my voice is, it's more like... I'm more of deadpan. But he seems to be a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was gonna be a new student, but we didn't know how you'd be here today. So soon. Hit-chan, right? Did she have like that kind of voice naming? Hit-chan? Hit-chan? No, Hit-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say that out loud? It's a surprise. Like, I never liked that nickname. Like, did you just hear it? Like, isn't this the first time you just heard about it? Like, have you heard about it before? I don't really see how. It fits. It fits. Just like I imagined. Bro, she looks smug about it. Yeah, you just look like a Hit-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Well, Hakamichi taps their fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other, excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shit-chan, she wants to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We could show you around if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid transition. Thanks, that would be helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. Aw, man, it's not looking good. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can where you're going before you go there. Not with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shit-chan? I'm never gonna be able. We're gonna mess up. I'm always gonna say Shin-chan. I swear, it's gonna be I'm gonna mess up saying Shin-chan every time. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyways, I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? And it seemed like it was about me. What else do you think, dog? They're talking about the rest of their day? I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I just hate when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. You know? Asking for help is perfectly normal, just as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed the test. Alright. And another thing, you're ugly. Yeah. No, I had to make that reference. And another thing, you don't have to call Shit-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Let's call her Shit-chan. See, look, I'm not calling her that. It's gonna mess up. Uh-oh. Maybe that's a bit too casual. Maybe Shizune would be a bit more appropriate. Yep, Shizune is fine. Okay, that'll be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So, I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Excuse me? Especially about Shizune, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, so less so, I guess. Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shit-chan will get mad. The assignment is kinda long, so we should start now if you want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the ground together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Don't tell me I have to actually do like a minigame or something. Never mind, please don't tell me. Still, we finished it in just a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the most two of them did most of the work, and I feel guilty about that. It's just average school assignment. You get over it. The clock tower bells rang, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Well, I guess we'll just uh, I'll just go with after this line. We'll stop it. We're not knowing what else to do. I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. Yeah, so I'm gonna end today's episode here because it's kind of long. I don't really want to go over 30 minutes. So I'm gonna upload another video coming out soon. And so I guess this is the end of today's episode, where we kind of met our two new classmates. I guess we kind of met all of our classmates, but we kind of got to know two of our classmates, Misha and dog. Wait, I don't remember. Oh nah, don't tell me I forgot. Yeah, Misha and Shizune. Yeah, I had to remember this. This is my first time, so we met our new two classmates, and next time I guess we'll kind of eat lunch together, maybe. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.